Pastor Julian here with Central's devotion for today. I hope you're doing well. As you can see, I'm out at sea on a commercial fishing boat, and we are pulling them in, baby, pulling them in. I'm just kidding. This is a nice background, isn't it? It has to do with the spoke that we're going to be looking at this Sunday in our sermon, and that you're going to be looking at in your Bible study groups, in your community groups throughout next week. And that is the horizontal spoke on the navigator's wheel called witnessing. Witnessing. And you might be wondering, Pastor Julian, well, why are you out there on a commercial fishing boat pulling in all these fish? And it has to do with when Jesus started his ministry, and he was calling individuals to come and follow him, to follow Jesus, and what his expectations were, what the goal was. You come and follow me, and this is what you're going to be doing. And Simon Peter and his brother were out on the sea, and they were fishermen, and so were James and the son of Zebedee and John, his brother. They were fishermen as well. And so Jesus uses this creative way to explain what they will be doing when they follow him. And it can be found in Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 and 19. This is what it says. While walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." I will make you fishers of men. Then he goes on, and he called out in a boat with their dad, James and John, calls them to come follow him as well. I'm sure he used that same example. Come follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Fishers of men. That is what Jesus has planned for his disciples. That is what he expects from his disciples, that they will be fishers of men and women of people. But Jesus has called us not to just sit idle and keep to ourselves, to keep our faith and our experience with Jesus to ourselves. He expects us to go out and to be a witness of him and his glory and his works and his salvation, to share with others what Jesus did in our lives and how we're different, to give testimony. You know, fishermen, this is going to sound crazy, but it's a really dangerous profession. Fishing, even when you're not professional. But overall, they did a study at the end of 2022, and overall, fishing-wise, commercial fishing and recreational fishing, there are over 100,000 fishing deaths each year. Over 100,000 fishing deaths each year. That's a pretty high number. It's dangerous to be fishing out there, but it's also dangerous to be fishers of men, because the world doesn't want you to be a fisher of men. The world has done everything it can to dissuade you from sharing about Jesus with others. And we look at the disciples, the apostles, and all those who came after them. We see these martyrs, people who have died being fishers of men. It's a dangerous occupation to be a fisherman catching fish. It's also a dangerous occupation to be fishers of men. There's still people today who are dying because they're engaging in that mission that God called them to be fishers of men, and they're his witnesses. So let me encourage you. Well, one, I just do want to explain. Fishing deaths are due to accidents. Fisher of men deaths is murder. It's murder. And there's no greater sacrifice than to give yourself sharing and doing what Jesus has called us all to do, and that's be fishers of men. Let me encourage you to go out and remember that you have a job, that you are a witness of Jesus, and you are supposed to be a fisher of men and women. God bless you, and have a great day.